Hello, and welcome to Momentum Monday, to our special topic today on goal setting, how to set goals and the right way, setting goals and metrics the right way. And we're going to discuss what the right way looks like, because certainly that's open to debate. But I'm going to share some insights on that, and make sure to stay to the end because I have some special Cyber Monday announcements for you and some upcoming things that I think you'll be excited to know. So again, welcome to Momentum Monday with me, Emily McHugh, your supercharged coach, helping you maximize your time and your energy to avoid burnout and build a sustainable business. That's what this is all about. That's what supercharging is all about, because entrepreneurs, we have a tendency to burn the candle at both ends. Like, yes, we do, present company included. And so it's about mitigating that, how to minimize that and eliminate it as much as possible. So we're going to jump right into today's topic, which is all about setting goals and the metrics. So right now, the World Cup is going on. We're in November of 2022, and everything is about hitting a goal. And nobody knows that better than soccer players or football players, as some people say. And it's all about hitting the goal. So it starts with setting the goal, making the plan, getting to work, sticking to it, reaching the goal. And it's simple as 1, 2, 3, or at least that's how it may appear. But we know it's a much more involved process. And at this time of year, when everyone is thinking about winding down the year and planning into the next, we are all thinking about our goals. What is it we want to achieve? What do we want to accomplish? So we're going to take a look at what that could look like, and to give you some fresh perspective, hopefully, on it. And one of the key things when it comes to setting goals is that it's all well and good to have a goal, but you need to have a metric. And a metric is something that you can measure. And so let's think about whatever goal that you have, what number could go with that goal? What could quantify that? And usually we want our goals to look something like this, where the numbers are increasing or it's improving depending on whatever it is your goal is. For certain goals, you want the numbers to go down, but for others, we want it to go up. So it's all relative, and that's why it's so important to identify and find out what they are. So let's dive into this. Okay, so I have here 4 key things that I want you to consider as you contemplate setting your goals going into 2023 and beyond. So the first thing is you want to define what those goals are. Now, we've all heard of the term, probably heard of it. Some of you may have not, but it's called SMART goals, which are specific, measurable, actionable, time-bound, and something else, realistic or something. But today's goal is going to be a little bit different. Excuse me. A little different, because when we're defining our goals, it's not just about what's attainable. It's about what do you want to do, whether you can attain it or not. Like, let your imagination go. So you're going to make a list. And I've been reading this book. I've shared this before, A Happy Pocket Full of Money, which was introduced to me by Rafal Zideko a few months back on one of our Supercharged Sundays. And this was the book that he recommended. It is a fascinating book, and I'm rereading it now. So you can see all these tabs. I don't have enough tabs to tab up this book. But in this book, they go into quite an interesting overview of how to set goals the right way. So I invite you to check it out. It's on pages 82 and 83 of the book. And so I've highlighted a few things from here, plus some spins of my own. But one of the key things is to make a list of all the goals that you have in mind. And it could be hundreds of things, not just one thing or 2 things. It could be literally tons, because you're breaking it down by detail. And so it really is, what is it that you want to achieve, that you would love to achieve? Not only what you'd like to achieve, but what you would love to achieve. Like using your wildest imagination. Let your imagination go. Yes. Because remember, last month, our word of the month was imagination, and It's all about freeing your mind to think and really not limiting yourself because you're not sure how it's going to happen or you don't know how to do something. And because of that, you just eliminate it. So we want to get out of that mindset because that's what holds us back. That's what delays the supercharging process from really taking full effect. I want you to ponder that thought. Yeah, ponder that, ponder that. That was the party noise or the bicycle horn. Okay, I'll have to try some more. Okay, so yeah, so the first things you want to define, make your list. don't don't limit your thoughts, okay? Really, really go to town here. The second thing you want to do, so before I go on, so again, with the SMART goals, they talked about attainable. This is not the focus is on attainable because if you only focus on what you think is attainable, you will not stretch maybe as far as you could. Because if you think, oh, I can only attain that, suppose you could have attained twice that, but you thought you could only attain so much. So this is really, I think, the most critical point I could make today is that I'm not saying you have to be far-fetched and think like things that make no sense, but like for example, maybe, well, let me not limit you. But I think you know what makes sense and what doesn't. But the key is that stretch yourself beyond what you think is possible. That's really what it is. Okay, so now let's get into the reasons. So, what are the reasons that you have for your goals? Like, why do you want to achieve these things? Like, why specifically? So, reasons are said to empower your goals. And, like, you say, okay, I want to buy a new car. Okay, great. Why do I want a new car? Well, because I feel like I deserve a new car, or because I want to have certain features that maybe my current car doesn't have, or because I want to whatever. The point is, come up with your reasons, have your reasons, and those help to maybe validate also your goals as well, and then set your metrics. And that's where we're going to spend that little bit of time because every goal that you have should have a metric associated with it, whether it's a dollar amount, whether it's a time figure, whether it's a frequency, whatever number that you can affix to it. So, for example, one of my goals is to swim daily, or at least at a minimum of 3 to 4 times a week. That's not sounding too daily right now, but let's say 4 to 5 times a week. So that's a metric. It is a metric 4 to 5 times a week, every week. So it's quantifiable. And so you want to start thinking in those terms because that holds you accountable. When you define it, when you give your reasons, it holds you accountable to your goal. And let's just think about that for a moment. Yes, let that just settle in, settle in. Okay, so now we want to talk about images, number 3. We all hear about vision boards and we hear about the importance of visualization and everything of that sort. But that is really, 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 really important. Can you see in your mind's eye what success looks like if you achieved a certain objective? What would that look like for you? Do you know the make of the car, the style of the car, the color of the car? Can you smell the car if it's a new car you want? Whatever it is, can you experience it? And that's one of the highlights of this book, the Happy Pocket Money, Full of Money book, is that it's all about can you actually experience it? And this may be new to a lot of people because it's like you kind of can get stuck depending on what you are envisioning. But really take it to the farthest degree so you can inhabit what success does feel like. So one of the things that has been encouraged is the idea of keeping a visualization journal. Now, I have a goal journal. It's buried behind my stuff right here. It kind of looks like this, but it says goals on it. And I write down these goals and write down the steps involved. But I'm going to take it a step further with the visualization per goal, because sometimes we write lists, but we don't fully visualize everything on our list. So this is a wonderful exercise to really not limit, again, don't limit your mind's eye either. And finally, number 4, the time. What is the next step you can take in the process? And in what time frame? So that is similar to the SMART goals in that you do want to have a time frame, but what is the next step that you can take to the process in the process, even if you may not know what the whole process is. And that's the thing. Don't let that inhibit you or impede you from setting the goal and going forward. So now let's look at an example, because I wanted to talk about specifically applying this to something. And I mentioned a car before, but let's talk about business and increasing sales. Let's say your main goal is to increase sales. That's one of hundreds of goals you could have. And increased sales is a very big, broad number, right? Okay, so what are my reasons for increasing sales, as opposed to just saying it's obvious? You want to say you want to expand your product reach so more people can benefit from your solutions. That's an important way to think. By 100% in 5 countries. Okay, so if I'm at $100,000, I need to make it $200,000. You want to double your output, your sales. Then the third thing now, do I have visuals of people like using or interacting with my product in these countries? Let's say I wanted to ship to Mexico, I want to ship to Australia, I want to ship something to, Japan. Can I envision in those countries people using what I have to offer? That's really a powerful thing. So just literally envision someone doing that. And then number 4, for the time, I want to accomplish this goal by November 2023. So by next year, this time, I want to accomplish the goal. How am I going to do that? Now, obviously, again, increase sales. You want to break it down. What does it take to increase sales? Maybe you want to do some online advertising. You may want to do some email campaigns, and you may want to have some new product solutions. Really asking yourself, what problem can I solve? What new problem can I solve for someone? And that is the question that the entrepreneur should always ask themselves. That is a really important point. So important that it really merits a DJ horn, because you need to ask yourself this question. Whenever you get stuck in not sure what product to offer, what to do next, always say, what problem can I solve for my customer? If you come up with that answer, or ask your customer, even better yet, ask them what problem you can solve for them, you're going to win every time. That is so, so important. Can't emphasize that enough. Let me emphasize it some more. Okay, you need to always ask yourself the question, what problem can I solve for my customer? All right, so with that, let me proceed to share with you some upcoming events, and I hope this is helpful with goal setting and metrics, because it really is very critical. So go back, take your time, watch this, and kind of work through it. Think of some goals that you can apply to this. So let me share with you some announcements, because I am launching the Supercharge Club, and I'm really excited to share this with you, because this is really in sync and in concert with what I'm just finished sharing with you. People have shared with me that they're looking for community. They're looking for a place where they can get energy, where they can have accountability, where they can share insights, where they can kind of grow their business and all of these things. So hence, ergo, the Supercharge Club, which is coming in January of 2023. And here's a QR code that you can go to just put your name down on the wait list, and I will notify you as we get closer to sharing more information. But on December 15th, I'll be having a free masterclass to give you an overview of what the Supercharge Club is going to be about, and also to share some insights from a survey that I did a few months back, asking many of you about what was useful to you, what was beneficial to you. And I think you'll find this really helpful as you plan on going forward in 2023, setting goals, figuring out metrics, and really walking you through the entire year with someone who can guide you along. So that's what this Supercharge Club is in a nutshell. It is a subscription club, but it's going to be it's a wonderful, wonderful launch program that I have for our founding members. If you want to be a founding member, you're going to get the absolute best price of all time. And I'll share more about that on December 15th. So just Mark your calendar to show up for that. And finally, today being Cyber Monday, I have to inundate you with some offers. Firstly, and of course, if you're watching this November 28th, 2022, these offers are valid for today. So if you're watching it, a year or 2 years from now, some of these things may have changed. Most likely will. But my book, The Little Girl's Guide to Entrepreneurship, is available on Amazon. And you can scan the QR code that you see right there on the screen, and you can procure yourself a copy. And if you already have the book and it's helped you, please write a review. That's always very helpful to get those. And thank you for those who have supported that book. And the next thing I want to share with you is that I have a limited number of slots of one-on-one customized coaching strategy sessions that I'm offering from now until the end of the year. And as I said, it's limited, so it's kind of first come, first serve, but at a really special price to my community for giving you the opportunity to have someone look specifically at your business if you have a particular strategic question that you want to have addressed. And the QR code for that is here as well. It's a 90 minutes one-on-one brainstorming, pick my brains, let's strategize and give you strategic insights on your business, fresh perspective, gain clarity, and really supercharge into 2023. So again, those are limited slots. If you're interested in any of that, just scan the code or visit my website, kasori.com, and that's where you will have, and you see the bags in the background. We're also having specials for those as well, our Kasori products, business card pieces and whatnot. And of course, here's the book. The book in person is right in my hand. So, that I'll be talking about Kasori later, but all the sales links are on the Kasori page. So with that, I want to say thank you again for being here for another Momentum Monday. I wish you a wonderful rest of your week. Please make sure to subscribe, like, comment, share, all those things. And let me know what resonates with you about goal setting. And if you have any tips that you would like to add or share to the list that I have presented here today. Okay, until next time, stay supercharged. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.